So guys, I'm here. My bad. I'll give you all the correct. Hard go. It's your boy, Mondo PB3, back again. You know how it go. We out here today. I just want to give some tips to the guys. 5 to 10 mental tips on men's mental health and the importance of it. We're going to talk about it. I'm doing a little behind the scenes as well. So I'm improving on my scripting right now by using AI to assist with it. And just want to get more professional and more intentional with my vlogging and expand from just vlogging my life and get into evergreen content, as there's a lot of things I know and a lot of things I could be sharing on here. So I'm gonna be less selfish moving forward and put time into actually getting these thoughts out so that I can share this information. There's no sense reading the books and knowing the information and not sharing it with the people who actually watch and support me. So yeah, just that's the whole point of why I'm recording this little behind the scenes, that you'll get an idea of what is be going on in my head, you know. So yeah guys, today I'm just talking on some tips on mental health. So I started out by saying this thought process with the chat, with the conversation of the fact that life is inherently hard, but I find that if you have a quote-unquote easy life, you oftentimes have more issues, and it's a paradox that is oftentimes not understood or not really looked at in a holistic standpoint. This conversation just sparked from a group chat I'm in with some guys I grew up in church with, and we were speaking on how there's something going on in the atmosphere, whether it be spiritual warfare or whatever you want to call it. There's too much things happening at once or consecutively to call it coincidence, from the 5-person fatality in the crash to the now 10 people losing their life in Independence. All of these being tied to holidays or special days. The fact that all of these things are seeming to pick up in influx, and it seems to be cyclical or seasonal to a degree. So we were throwing back and forth ideas, and one of my guys, he was saying the fact that even the amount of attempted suicide rate has gone up. So it brought me to how I bring this whole thing full circle as to why I thought it important to have this conversation on mental health and the importance of safeguarding your brain and your whole life as a whole, because without doing that, you're gonna run the risk of having more things, leaving loopholes and holes in your armor, or ways for spirits and other things to get at you or to get and make things hard. However you want to look at it, whether you say it's spirits or, you know, being unlucky or whatever you want to look at it as, you always have to take note of things that seem to be coincidental, but then also look at what other things may be happening. We also brought up a point that it may be the fact that, you know, whether it's the way the country running, the people not really following God or whatever it is, those things may be compounding or adding to why it is how it is. Nonetheless, as I said in my other video, life and death without one or the other, it neither is important or valuable. So everything is on a spectrum. You always have to know that the same time you having a bad day, someone else having a good day. The same time you having a good day, someone else having a bad day. Everything is on a scale. You could have a good and bad day in the same day. So everything is never one or the other. It's always that life is things on a variance or scale. I think that's from one side to the other. It's just quote unquote good or bad, but there's no such thing. It's just different levels of different things. Some people would say a lion killing an animal is bad, but that's just what the lion have to do to eat. Like, it's the circle of life and it rules us all. Like, all of these things tie together to how I got to thinking about all these things, because once you understand that death is inevitable, it takes away the power of it. Like I said, watching guys, that conversation led to the point where he was saying that oftentimes it seems like things are harder now, but I was telling him it's not that things are harder now, it's actually the opposite. Because hard times create strong men create good times create weak men, and weak men create hard times. So it's a cycle again. That system, I think, is what is more so causing a lot of these issues. And I spoke to the fact that when people had to worry about actually surviving or making money to feed their children and eat. It was you couldn't have the time or energy to think about killing yourself. You couldn't have the time or energy about being caught up on who following you on social media or who liking you on this or that. Those things are now important because most people's Maslow's hierarchy of needs on the base levels are met. So their structure or security of a home is covered, their food resources covered, and their job resources covered. So to those people, they now have to find things to worry about in other places, and that's oftentimes why I say if you have a too easy life, you now only could be worried about the opinions of other people or how someone may perceive you or the perception of this, that, or the other. None of those things at the end of the day affect you unless you matter. Unless you care. If you don't care, it don't matter. And once you understand that with everything in life, a lot of people's opinions will start to mean less, and that would in turn allow you to be more sure of yourself and confident in what you do. Also, it would allow you to now have a thicker skin to where things just brush off of you. We have a saying in the Bahamas where it's like, you got a thick skin, you can't give what you can't take. Those type of statements, they are all factual. Season finale of Blacklist, with my lady. She watched the whole show. I just pop in and out. I don't really like to get caught up on watching shows or, because I'm a person who will sit there and binge something for 4 hours and then have to be up late. So I've been having this issue where I've been staying up till like 5 a.m., 4 a.m., 3 a.m. and then having to get up, and it's causing me mental strain in the sense of I'm always going to be tired to a degree, but I don't even feel tired, and that's what it feels kind of weird. That's probably why it continues, because it's kind of like a system now, but I have to get back to the way it was when I was going to the gym, and that's tip number one. Mental health is often predicated by physical health, so it all ties together. All the days when I went to the gym and had a good workout, every night I went to bed on time because I was tired. I used up all my energy, and I actually was able to get out everything that I had in me, and it actually put me in a place to where I could have performed better holistically. So that's that point. But so yeah, struggle provides meaning. Everything that I hold near and dear to me, I actually work for. Anything that was given to you, you really don't take care of. Think of your kids. You as a kid, you used to use all of the toothpaste, all of the tissue, and all of the stuff. But when you start paying for it, you start to realize, oh, hey, I don't need to be wasting all of this. Things to note, things to think about. Like I say, when life is too easy, we often artificially remove all friction. We lose our sense of direction. Without a challenge, the mind turns inward, and often leading to overthinking, existential anxiety, or a sense of listlessness. The comfort trap. An easy life often leads to comfort seeking, which creates a low-level, chronic dissatisfaction. It's hard to feel proud of yourself when you haven't had to overcome anything. Embracing difficulty isn't about machismo. It's about acknowledging the human being and problem-solving machines that break down when they have nothing to solve. It's about acknowledging that human beings are problem-solving machines and they break down when they don't have problems to solve. So, some tips for improving mental health. Focus on actionable, non-clinical steps that resonate with you. Action over rumination. Like I say in past videos, shout out to Andrew Tate, he has a point. Depression is a state of you being in a state of not moving. It's hard to be depressed and running. It's hard to be depressed and cycling. It's hard to be depressed and out and about. Not to say you don't feel bad, but it's hard to really focus on the bad feeling when your body is literally physically focused on something else. You ever went to the gym mad about something, and by the time as you left, you even forget why you was mad about it? That's what I'm talking about. So I'm not underplaying or downplaying or making light of anyone's situation. I'm just saying these are things to think about. You can't always focus on the negative or how it may be perceived. You gotta always remember that life goes on, and you often, what don't kill you is make you stronger. Another thing they say. So yeah, the call come through. But yeah, the next tip would be active disconnection. You gotta sometimes just take a break from social media, or at least, have a cutoff time. I use my iPhone features, so I have screen limits. So after a certain time, all those social media stuff tend to close out. Some days I use it, but most days and that's why I really forget about Instagram, because it's don't be friend of mine. I don't see none of them notifications or none of that stuff after a certain time. And it really helps you to disconnect and, release. Oftentimes too, Our next tip was the output rule, which would be to help someone else with their issues. But for some of y'all, your issue is you're too busy taking on other people. You have to know how to let people know you are there for them without always being the one to take on them talking to you for hours about this bad thing, because that in itself would drain you. So I don't watch the news. That's the next step. I don't watch most of those negative things. I don't follow the newspapers like that. I only focus on things that improve my life or things I can't control. So how I into crypto, I have certain notifications that go off on my phone or keep me updated with those things. I have to put more time into it. But yeah, all of these things are things to account for and discuss, or at least let you know what's going on. But yeah, it's a lot of things that people is be taking on that don't really have nothing to do with them. And it's like, focus on things you can control. What you do, what you take in, what you listen to. So the music you listen to, the videos you watch, stop watching so much drama-filled stuff. Like, you know what I mean? Get motivational, get inspirational, get into productive things. And those things tend to keep your mind busy and keep you out of the space of where you feel like everything is so bad. I live with a cup half full mindset, and I've been like that from I've known myself, and I'm gonna be like that because I'm intentional that I do. Any music that speaks to any negativity in terms of mindset or even mind state, I don't really listen to or play or say. So I'm very intentional what I say. That TRY word, kill that out. That's the next mental tip. Because the more decisive you are, the less indecision there is, and the less indecision, there's less path of resistance. You get easier to get things done when you already know what needs to be done, So the next thing is how to stay grounded. I'm gonna say grounding isn't about suppressing emotions. It's about having an anchor when the storm hits. That's a good one. Audit your inputs. Like I said, if you feel unstable, look at what you're putting into your brain. Are you consuming high conflict news, rage bait, or toxic social media? I just said these things. Look at that. The externalization technique. Men often struggle because they try to solve their internal issues in their heads. Talk it out loud to a friend, write it down or on paper, or explain your problems to an empty room. Seeing your thoughts written down, hearing them aloud, strips away emotional power. That is so true. That in itself is a great tip. So this is where I'd say even having a YouTube page per se works, because I have so much content on YouTube, but a lot of it is unlisted or private, and that's just by design because I have that option. You know how many people have YouTube pages that no one sees any of the videos, or they have it to where they only allow it to be seen by certain people. So you could be building a YouTube page and practicing and using it as a means of expression to the point to where if you feel like talking to someone around you, the information may get out to someone else. You could record it, edit it, practice editing, and never have it published public, and just have it as somewhere as a personal diary. You don't even have to post it to YouTube. I'm just saying it as a contextual point as to why I say the benefit of being able to do these things matter. Me being able to speak freely as I do and just record where I want to record and not care about people's opinion of me is so helpful in so many ways, just for the fact that I don't care, boy. And I'm adamant on that because of the fact that none of these people who would be seeing me record right now or in the future is pay me. And I'm on YouTube, so at the end of the day, at some point, if they do see me and they saw me recording, it's like they see a level of synchronicity with the fact that I am what I say and I say what I am. So these are all things this is why it doesn't matter. And this is why I say live a truthful life, be who you say you are, because at the end of the day, the truth will come out. So it only makes sense for you to actually live in your truth than try and live in a lie. Because shout outs to FB Bucci in his verse of Scared to Death, where he said,
niggas couldn't even recognize real when I'm in front of them. Make it in these Birmingham streets, it's gonna make men. I'd rather have a real op instead of fake friends. If it ain't your time,
rather have a real op than a fake friend. And that's a bar, because it don't make no sense having people around you who only dare to listen to or speak and add to the bad things in your life. If you have a friend who always asking you what's wrong instead of what could be good, and not to say it like that, but you understand what I mean. Like, they only want to point out the negative things in your life. Oh boy, if that was me, I wasn't gonna. Or wow, you really take that? Or wow, they really say that? Or you know what I mean? Like, not everything is something to where you gotta take it so seriously, and you gotta kill your ego to where you don't feel like everything is about you. And that's something that we as humans just have innately built into us, but it's things that you have to work on and have to work out. Our next point that I'm making, well, A next tip is not taking life too seriously. So the 100-year rule. Will this thing matter in a year, 5 years, 10 years, 100 years? When I'm 80, will this thing be an issue or be a point? If not, why would I care, babe? And that's the thing, but I remember when I was in primary school in grade 3, and it was like days when I used to have anxiety saying, oh, I have this homework or this test or this, that, and the next, or I thought I failed this grade, and oh, life over, and it's like, boy, none of that shit did matter, dog, in the grand scheme of life. And once you realize, boy, you could get success, and at the end of the day, if you pass the final, you still pass the grade, you realize in totality that thing ain't really what it is, boy. And even if it was, boy, so what, boy? It ain't ever worth your life, boy. You worth more than whatever issue you're going through, and don't ever let your issue make you think you less than you are. But always remember, you's a king, you's a god, and you are the most powerful thing in your life. But whatever you say you are, but whatever you say you can or can't do, you are right. Only you can control these things, but don't ever let these niggas have you second guessing yourself or making you think you ain't who you is, but you's the shit, my guy. Don't ever forget that, boy. Don't ever forget that. Every day you wake up, niggas be mad. And that's how it's supposed to be. Because you ain't had to be no one friend in regards to living your best life, boy. People's opinions don't pay you or provide for you, boy. And they like assholes. Everyone have one, but it don't matter, boy. And even if it matter, if it ain't constructive to you, let it wash off you. Take what's constructive. In the other video I said, you always have something to learn from people. So even if their point is to be negative, you could become and make it positive. Just off of the fact that, boy, that's what I choose to do. I don't let negative people affect me negatively. And I posted something from my large brother, well, my boy Kwame, because I know him from a long time. But yeah, he did post something was like, if someone feels bad or angry or jealous or whatever, just remember, you could be them. You don't have these issues. Hate only comes from below, babe. Always remember these things, but hate only comes from below. People above you have no reason to hate you, babe. There's no one who I could see in this world who I would have to hate on because no one above me. So why would I hate on anyone for anything they have, babe? Salute to you, and I wish you the best in everything you have, babe. It's prosperity and abundance and everything in life. It's no need to think of the scarcity to say, oh, I need to kill someone over this or that or whatever, but life is too great and too important to be wasting your life over frivolous, non-essential things, babe. If the girl in your life don't want to be with you, let her go. If the job don't want to let you be there, let them go. If whatever it is you got going on at the end of the day, understand that you ain't to stop being who you are. So it don't make no sense worrying about what they got to say about you. Because at the end of the day, boy, you got to live life for you, boy. We born by ourselves, we could die by ourselves, boy. That 6 feet in the grave is the only place you have that you know for sure, secure for you. Everything in between there, you can't take with you, so ain't no sense giving a shit. Y'all stop making life so hard and so serious that y'all getting caught up on all this dumb shit. Pardon me, what you saying, boy? You ready? No, but I was in the middle, I was flowing, man. I couldn't stop, babe. You ready? Alright, I go right over. No, I was recording? Alright then, yeah. So yeah, babe, I was doing all of this recording, killing time, waiting on my boy for my Dragon Boat team, who y'all can see in the Jamaica trip. Donnie having a good time. So yeah, this is how I stay productive. People has asked me how I find time to do these things. You make time for what's important, babe. And this goes back to why I say being more intentional. It all comes together. I'll let y'all know more points. If I don't, if this view's getting enough, we'll put something else together and continue. But y'all get the gist of what I'm saying. Understand, this life too great and too important to miss. If you live in this great Bahamas, you live where people vacation, babe. Whatever it is you got going on, understand I've been other places. Ain't much places better than this. And if they are better than this, get your money up and go there. Don't kill yourself. Don't miss out on these things. And don't get caught up stressing about no gal, job, place, or thing. I think that covers most things. Yeah, babe.